Okay, so I had a bit of a break. Let's get back. So yeah, you're all kind of like stood around as the creature kind of moves. Clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack, clickety clack.
Oban's getting like visibly frustrated with this thing. Like, and he's not falling around, but he's kind of like stalking it around the inside.
Right, I'm going to start ritual casting. And just let me know when it's finished.
What were you caught out? What were you casting?
I'm ritual casting detect magic, so it's going to take a while.
How long is that going to take? It's 10 minutes, isn't it?
I think so.
While you're doing that, I'm going to ritually cast what's it called? Repose to stop Fenn's arm rotting.
Gentle repose.
Yeah, because the smell's starting to annoy me.
You're a robot. You can't smell out, can you?
I'm not a robot. I have senses.
Stop spoiling it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and drag one of them bullywogs and put them in the middle.
You're not strong enough to move it.
You look to Oban and he just shakes his head like.
Fuck you, Oban.
Is that in game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm casting Gentle Repose as a thing. Your arm will not now decay and won't become undead for 10 days.
Nice.
The important things.
Fenn's arm or the arm that Fenn got from the drow?
The arm that Fenn got from the drow. The dead drow arm that's rotten.
It won't become undead. Oh, you're ruining me.
only for 10 days.
I'm going to stand by on the edge of where this thing is walking by on its route, and just before it walks past, roll out 1,000 ball bearings in front of it.
Well, it's got a dex save for that, I guess.
Yeah, and every time it walks over them on its route.
Oh, it topples. It topples.
Yeah.
It kind of kind of like stands up.
So it's something from a Tom and Jerry cartoon or something.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
And it keeps going.
What if we put the statue in front of it?
I think it's walk around it. I'm going to go over and touch this door and see if it reacts.
Explodes.
And then the barrel explodes.
As you kind of get closer to the door, you hear and something pushes the other side from the door.
Owlbears. I forgot about owlbears.
These are more.
When are you going to get Kenny to have a look at a picture?
Mix is like,
not.
okay.
It's the eternal question. What sound do owlbears make?
I think that's just.
I was Paul, when are you going to show a picture of an owlbear to Kenny? For it.
Yes, yes, I am going to, and he will.
That will then be canon.
Yeah, the noise that he makes, which will probably be like, ooh, that's cool.
As long as it's kind of, that's cool.
No, it'll be like, oh, that's cool. Oh, he was Gymnast of the Week this week, which is a real step forward for him because he wouldn't join in up until now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then when he tries, he's best out of everybody.
Yeah, I know. It's almost as if they gave him the award for trying.
I know.
Very proud of him.
Surely participation awards aren't a thing.
All the other kids really suck. Like they just haven't been trying up until now.
Yeah. Now competition's entered, they'll raise their game.
Someone will be lobbing 1,000 ball bearings in.
Okay, so anybody doing anything else in particular? I thought we were going to rescue him. This Casserelin says.
Yeah, we're just trying all our options.
We might be getting interrupted.
Alastair enters the room.
It's that owlbear.
Getting even more and more frustrated.
This
Oban is
cube
just...
man might only act upon word from its master. That's why we can't do anything to it.
You know, I'm suspecting it's linked to Halaster. That's why I'm doing.
Oban, drop kick it.
I literally, I was about to say, I'm just gonna come back and kick it, just like a little, try to knock it over.
It stops and it kind of like looks at you and kind of like starts to kind of hold its sword in its hand.
Is that a loud noise? Was that like a loud alarm noise? Or...
Yeah.
It was about as loud as I just made it.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe if we just make take the statue out the door, it might react.
Well, I suspect what he
We can't
does
drag-
is turn it back, unpetrify it, and then feed it to the owlbears.
What
Oh, clever. Oh, the owlbears are ones that have got blues.
So your detect magic spell goes off, and there's an aura of abjuration magic around the pillars.
Okay. And what about the Modron?
Is not magical.
Is the statue glowing at all?
I was worried about it being linked to Halaster. Yeah, so I'll just relay around the statues.
Is the statue magical?
Yeah, the statue will radiate transmutation magic. Which, when you say the statue, you mean the one that the figure that you dragged in there?
Yeah.
Yes. So let me see. Blah 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 blah.
I think the statues aren't of like any historical figures that any of us know of.
No, they're all creatures apart from him.
Are you talking about the four here?
The four elves.
Not that you
four
can
elves.
recognise.
Oh, I forgot they were.
Pillars.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guy we've dragged in. Sees magic. What if I dispel magic on him?
Dispel magic on whom? Sorry.
On the statue.
Okay, well, you can cast it if you want.
Yeah, I'll attempt to dispel magic on the statue.
Nothing happens.
Shit. But I've wasted a 3rd level spell.
Yeah. So I'll gesture to the whereat and I'll be like, I think I've seen what I need to see. I'm not sure it helps. Unless you think there's something in that other room that could help us unpetrify your friend, then I suggest we should get out of here.
Rizrael may know. I can take you back to Rizrael.
How far is that?
It's not far. We'll just do the other side of the Dead Eyes Watchpost.
how did you know about the bear owls?
I opened the door and they almost attacked me.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah. Do it into the tower.
Good
I
shout.
can't tell, yeah. That just seems so suspicious. Insight, oh boy.
Feels legit.
Oh, feels legit.
So what did you say?
I said it feels legit.
Oh, feels okay.
Okay, let's go.
Should we try the door?
Why are we so scared of bear owl?
I think
They're the size of bears. First off.
if we have to come back this way, it makes sense to clear it potentially.
I wouldn't go touching a mage's stuff. We're already stealing something, one thing from him.
Yeah. Isn't this whole place is? We steal stuff all the time, don't you?
We steal stuff all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't we just let the owlbears free and close this door behind us?
Because that's going to be easy.
Oh, sorry. After you. No, after you.
Open one door, run, and close the other. Once we're when we're already all through.
Mage hand the door open.
Yeah.
The Owlbear Liberation Society.
Did we not establish that none of us have mage hand?
No, you have mage hand.
Oh, does it?
Okay.
I would like to see bear owl.
Open it.
Wicked.
What's the worst that could happen?
I think we're about to find
How many
out.
owlbears? How many owlbears were there?
One? She says,
One?
not entirely confident about it. she kind of like, I don't know, I just saw one and then I ran.
We can kill an owlbear.
Those things are huge.
Is it a stone door?
Yes.
I'm just gonna bang on it.
And then
I'm starting to think that maybe Bear Owl is bigger than Owl.
But maybe smaller than a bear.
Maybe smaller,
They're bigger. They're either the size of bears or bigger generally, right?
There might be something in that room.
I don't know. I've never seen one. Why would you have one if not to protect something?
Why would it? He's got mind flayers and rust monsters turn to stone in here. They're more powerful than owl bears. Why would the owl bears be left alive?
Open the door. Let's have a look.
Oh my god!
Well, let's get in a position to get the jump on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll get to the side and
I'm
explore
gonna stand
here.
over here.
Right, so I'll just gonna. Whoa! You're leaving the room.
I'm gonna get over here.
So are you actually leaving the room?
He's have to stand near the explosives.
Yeah. So Aldred will say, "Mister, guide my bolts," very reluctantly.
Does she run off? Oh no, she stayed there.
Zerelda's run off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zerelda.
so 60 feet. So you have to be basically around that line to be able to see that door.
Oh.
Cool. I am Aldred, and I am here.
I'm gonna go there. I'm intrigued.
Right in its path.
Out of our way, you just.
I'm pretty dex.
Should I cast speak with animals?
Ooh, I wonder if that would work on the creature.
I will get interrupted 2 seconds. Hello.
Why can you not see your friend?
Why can you not see your friends? Because you need to get that window up. Do you want to come and say hello?
Oh, too many people this week.
Oh my gosh, it's zombie.
Kissing you.
Oh, he's kissing me. Oh, hello, zombie.
Can we settle the owlbear disagreement?
Yeah, show him a picture of an owlbear.
Oh right, the owlbear disagreement.
I've got a question for you though, Kenzo. I need you to tell me. Can you come here so that the mic is closer to you? If you were a cross between an owl and a bear, what noise would you make? Could you do it again louder? That's exactly. If you look like that, that thing there, what noise would you make?
I'm in second thoughts about opening this door.
Hey Kenny,
Hello.
Can't see it.
where'd he go?
Oh, there you
He's
go.
gone.
Oh,
Oh, zombie.
Minecraft zombie.
oh my god!
I can't wait till I can make them.
On the 15th of October, it's my birthday.
Is
Oh my
it?
goodness!
So next Tuesday.
What are you doing then?
Are they buying you lots of presents?
They've got eyes on you back. What are you going to do?
Oh.
Okay, are you going to go to bed then? Kenzo, 2 things. That's your book. And also, could I have a hug and a kiss, please? Okay, thank you. So there we have
So
it.
that's it settled.
That's it. Cannot.
You're pretty
need
close with your owlbear, though.
Yeah, you need to take that that sample clip out, and whenever we encounter an owlbear.
Yeah, that's canon owlbear noise
First
now.
sound.
Yeah. So let's get back to Fantasy Grounds.
I'm rolling initiative. Oh, we should ready action to attack like right away.
Yeah, I've drawn my blade, and I'm gonna as soon as it runs through the door, I'm just gonna. But I think.
I'm gonna prepare.
Oban, are you opening the door and charging in, or opening the door and backing off?
I'm gonna open the door and stand in the door.
Okay. let's have some initiative checks to start with.
Yeah, I want to ready a firebolt for a nasty looking owlbear.
I'm ready in a chill touch. Where's my initiative going? I always lose this. There it is.
Oh, mine's terrible.
Fucking +8, Fenn. That's ridiculous. Is that alert feat business?
Yeah, I love alert.
It's the fact you can't be surprised is insane.
I know.
He rolled their initiatives. Okay.
I know he's reading through like Game of Thrones and it's just not phasing him right now.
Zerelda hasn't rolled initiative yet, has she?
No.
So Zerelda, you can roll initiative. She's not.
Wow, that's worse than mine.
Yeah, that's helpful to me though. Okay, so Oban, you're opening the door. So, well, you guys are what, ready in actions for when an owlbear comes through it?
Yep.
Yep. So I've got a chill touch ready.
Got a firebolt.
Okay.
I've got
I guess
Pistols.
I don't know what kind of reaction this is gonna get, but maybe I'm gonna ready the dodge action. Like I'm just gonna put my shield out, like
Yes, Paladin style.
open the door.
No, it's happening.
Okay.
Oh no, it
Kind
started again.
of like a SWAT team, like mixed with raid. Oh, here we go.
You open the door.
He's bigger than Owl.
But is it smaller than a bear?
It's about the same size as a bear. It rears up, and because it was kind of basically ready in its action as well, it swipes at. So let's think then, right? So everybody's ready in actions are going to go off in response to the door being opened. So let's start with Fenn, since you're top of the initiative. So you're using reaction to do. What were you going to do?
I thought it was going to barrel out of the door into us all, and I was going to attack it as soon as it came out.
Okay, so it's not come out, it's just going to swipe at the creature in front of it.
Okay.
Carrion?
I've got a chill touch ready to attack it with, so I have to target. Well, why is it not letting me do that?
Can I move and
Do
attack
you not need to touch it with a chill touch?
No,
no,
that's a very weird name for a
120 feet.
spell. Yeah.
Jesus, talk about confusing me.
I know.
Oh, a skeletal hand.
It's a ghostly hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
A skeletal ghostly hand appears out and
Yeah.
to crush around it. Why won't it let me? I
To
can't.
lightly caress it with a chilly hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So I've targeted it. Yep, Owlbear 2. Is that right?
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah. And then...
Is a hit.
Nice.
Damage.
Oof.
Hey.
Does it not have 2 dice because it's a
No.
level?
No.
2d8 when you hear each 5th level.
Oh. I haven't updated that one then. Sorry. And it can't. Is that right? It can't regain hit points.
Until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Owlbear 1's like, oh jeez, I can't do my... Can't do cure light. There's no cure light wounds. Which you reckon means there's no cure light wounds is offline. You reckon it's Oban, you open the door. Owlbear 2 takes its reaction, which is to take a swipe at you with its claws.
Right?
It should have what? Sorry.
Will I have disadvantage?
Oh, because you're
dodge?
dodging. Yeah. Okay. Disadvantage. So it attacks you with disadvantage. Pretty useful to know. Okay, so it's used its reaction. Ode, were you prepping a reaction?
Yeah, my pistol. So that's going to go off.
Go for it.
Yeah, I've updated all my
Oh, yeah.
cantrips. I went through and did all my spells and forgot to update my cantrips.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Hits.
Yeah, I'm trying to roll my damage. Okay. Okay.
Bang! Whistles past Oban's ear, thuds into the owlbear. I can't heal you still. Aldred's reaction.
Okay. Oh crap! That's not where I wanted it to open. Okay, down here. Nice. And down here. Pretty decent. Oh no, that was really good actually. Mistra, thank you very much.
There's a load of fucking prepared adventurers. I still can't heal you.
Yeah, this is us taking the Overwatch action.
What does
In
Zerelda?
XCOM.
Zerelda. What can Zerelda do?
Does she have Toll the Dead? She likes doing Toll the Dead, right?
Yeah, she does like a good toll the dead, doesn't she? She tolls the dead. So she needs to. Oh, it makes a save. So you are making a save. Oh, geez, you're not having a good time of it, are you? And does she get to choose? Is it 2d12? If it's already injured.
Yeah, 2d12.
Wow.
Well,
These owlbears are pretty tough.
Oh yeah.
well, they used to be.
This one's like the door's open, he's battered left, right, and centre.
So top of the round then, Fenn.
Basically.
So I'll move in next to Oban and I'll attack it.
Yeah.
Does he benefit from sneak attack because he's got a ally?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh!
Oh!
Goodbye, Alba.
I think the owlbear might be dead.
I can't heal you. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Is that right? That is right.
Exceeds
isn't
hit
it?
points by 21.
Is it? Yeah, it doubles my damage.
Yeah, doubles damage.
With crit. You can do crit.
Oh,
on
you
it,
didn't do
doesn't
your
it?
weapon damage again, though. Not that it matters.
You
It
should have had
doesn't
another.
matter.
Yeah, you need to add another. You just need to add another automatic dice onto that when you're doing a.
Why?
The thing is, though, you need to add it during the crit and not the
Savage
normal one,
attack.
which is awkward.
No, it's added the D8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it should have done
No,
that.
but you should have 3d8.
Because he's a half-orc and he crits hard.
Yeah, I thought I added that to you.
Well, he's dead.
It's not consequential right now.
He just did 36 damage. I think it's all right.
Yeah, when we've got a baddie that didn't die from that, we'll sort it.
I'll have a look at that later.
Yeah, because I think I've added an extra crit dice.
I thought
to
you'd done that,
melee.
but
yeah, I'm fairly certain I did.
Unless I haven't added it to my.
No, just does it?
shortcut.
Does it?
Yeah, I think it don't mind do it.
Unless it doesn't know that's melee, but it should know it's melee. Oh, it might be because your cutlass has got a thrown range attached to it for some weird reason.
Well, maybe that's why.
It's one of those times you're lobbing that cutlass.
No, it's only got a melee.
Yeah, I use your cutlass, not your moon-touch cutlass.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
And in fact, no, it's because you're using a shortcut, aren't you?
Shortcut I've already made.
Yeah, so you need to update that shortcut with the new power.
Yeah, I'll do that later.
Because you misspelled cutlass, and I retyped it.
Did I?
Yes, because you put cut less, but I didn't think you really wanted.
No, that's. It needs to be a name. Cutlass.
I didn't think you wanted the name your sword that.
I don't think I did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, so I put it to cut lass, which is just a little bit better, but not if you're a woman. Yeah, so the owlbear just explodes in like a chainsaw of gore and blood. Owlbear, one behind, he goes, I don't think any healing going to stop that. And thinks twice about its existence. Okay, do you want to move us along, Fenn? Unless you're doing something else?
No. It's stuck on quadrant on my thing.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Alright.
Okay, carry on.
He needs to name one. Nyx needs a.
Nyx. No, Nyx just got initiative.
Oh, it's got this. Cool. I moved. Can I see the other owlbear from there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll chill touch that one then instead.
Okay.
Oh, I did spell it cutlass.
Nope.
You swing with your shadowy hand, but Kellenvor is not smiling upon you for some reason.
It's because someone keeps mentioning bloody Mistra.
Hey, she created the weave.
She's not fucking happy in my presence.
Anything else?
Never. Don't mention the X. No, that it's. No, that'll be it. We'll have this one dead soon.
Okay.
Wasted the spell slots, so I'll move some.
Cool. Oban.
Okay, if I move to here,
Yep.
will I be able to attack the Albert?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'll make 2 attacks then. Give me a second. Let's see if I can do this right this time round.
Yeah.
And guessing that's a hit.
Yep.
For 8 damage, and then back again for a miss.
This is like the elite owl bear. The other one was a...
Yeah. This is,
Now I'm just gonna start like hitting my sword against my shield as well to try like keep its attention on me.
yeah. Okay. You're in front of it, so its attention is very.
Yeah, I know. Just in case it is smarter than the average owlbear.
Hey, boo boo!
Yeah, there's a little one round the corner with a bow tie, but we can't see.
The one that's dead had a bow tie.
I'll end my turn there.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You gonna move us along?
What do I press? Is it the little dragon with a?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Ode.
I just waiting for that Albert to come around the corner and load up another shot.
Yeah, because you can't actually see that door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're on Aldred, are we?
Good.
I will take a pace forward and a pace down, and I'll just ready another firebolt for. Is he gonna?
It might not necessarily turn the corner to get to me.
Yeah. One.
Yeah,
Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3.
Did you just swing at it through the door?
Basically, yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
And so I doubt I can actually. Can I?
Yeah, you can try to clip it. These are big.
Okay.
They're large creatures, so it's looming over.
Do you want a -2 to the roll or something for?
Nah.
Okay.
I could clip it.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
That will be the extent of the turn.
Mix Chimera Bane.
I will just have him fly towards me.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Smashes right into you.
Hi, Zerelda. How you doing? You're not doing much this turn. Looking a bit vacant there, Zerelda. Everything all right? Okay, yeah, it does that.
Not being your normally sassy self.
Owlbear 1 just does kind of like try to get a better swing, and then it tries to bite you with its beak. Hi! Oh, that's a good hit.
Oh no!
Gets a really good bite out of your kind of like shoulder, where your kind of like pauldron meets your neck piece, and then kind of like as it's kind of it kind of swings its claws across your face.
I try and bite it back, like.
Yeah. However, its claws are clearly kind of put off by that. Okay, Quadron moves its movement to there. Zerelda is like, I'm gonna do some stuff.
Well, I
better do something.
And let me think now. You have to. That's touch, isn't it? Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I think that is touch.
Yeah, it's touch.
I'm gonna do something cool that she'd never do. She casts Sanctuary on herself.
Did we? Oh, I don't think I put myself back up to max HP when we leveled up.
Yeah, 'cause we rested.
Oh no, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. 16 is how much I'm down by. Yeah.
Yes,
it's a bit backwards, but yeah.
I'm still getting used to this sheet. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's Fenn, top of the round.
I will jump around Oban and slash at it.
Half-Orc power.
Haha!
You slice into its matted fur. It's like kind of half on the body of the one that's like, well, I say body, viscerated kind of corpse.
Cutting out. Ooh. And it's still up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the noise it makes.
Carry on.
This is a tougher Albert.
I can't actually get to it from there, can I?
And not at melee now.
No. Oh, that's a shame. I will.
To stop it from healing.
No, I think it's going to be a Toll the Dead. So I've got it targeted still. Sister 2. It fails.
It just shakes its head in rage.
Not bad.
Well, then.
Very good.
Oban.
Oh, I will smack it on top of the head. Like it's kind of like, maybe it's like still got its teeth into me, so I'm literally just like
You're like trying to get your
Get
sword
off!
around.
Get up!
get up.
Yeah, you kind of managed to get a long sort of hit on it. Sort of just like almost carve like it's a loaf of bread.
Try one more.
Slice of owlbear, anybody?
Oh, that's a hit.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hits.
Yeah, it's a hit. It says on the thing there.
Oh, of course it does. 5 damage.
Yeah, not able to quite leverage on it, but it's like it's starting to feel itself. Okay, move us along. Ode, you can hear rather than see what's happening by the doorway.
Can I not see through the open door?
Not because you're further than 60 feet away.
Would he have seen it with the firebolt flying past it?
Yeah, but you can't see it now to target it.
Okay.
Right, because I was this far away previously when.
Yeah, so you're 70 foot away from the door, so you probably
Okay.
shouldn't have been. You need to move just 5 foot further forward.
Okay.
10 foot forward, basically.
Okay. I'll move there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll try again with the old pistol.
Hits.
Hits.
Oh
Oh.
wow.
Well, it's just bare fur, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah.
And it's quite big.
Yeah. Then you get a load of heat on Twitter for hunting rare creatures.
It's wait till we have the portrait painted of standing on the corpse.
Yeah. Anything else?
So I reload.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Oban both winces all these pistol bullets are flying past us. Between us.
And firebolts. Don't forget they
Yeah.
can fire.
Yeah, don't forget the firebolts. Yes, the kill steal.
Yeah.
I don't like the
Fucking
fireball.
stealing
It
wizards.
slumps to the ground, dead.
Bear owl is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, see, but that wasn't any trouble. No one got hurt.
I'm gonna pat Fenn on the back. We are a good team. You stay close, yes?
Yes, thanks, Orc. And then I'll walk in.
Zerelda heals cure wounds on you. Open at level 1 clearly, and does the same again. There you go.
See?
Thank
Like I
you.
said.
It was just flesh wound, but thank you.
Yeah, that's what most wounds of the flesh generally are.
Okay, cool. Right then, so let's do some stuff.
See? I turn to Aldred and go, see, that wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah, we're not in the room yet.
Yeah, but neither's the owlbear.
I just come running out. There's 12 more of them.
Do you?
No.
Oh, okay. Because there are 11 more.
Yeah, that would be inaccurate to run out saying this.
So you're in a much older room, and the walls are crumbling, the floor's slightly slanting, and there's streams of dust that are pouring through cracks in the sagging ceiling. You can't see much more from where you are.
I'll walk to there.
So you kind of start to kind of move in. So let's see. You'll be able to see it all. You kind of see chipped away on the walls. There are carvings of forest scenes. There are elves on mounted elk, and they're parading through a forest. And as the kind of like as the carvings move along the wall, the seasons change. From the spring through to the summer, through to the autumn, through to the winter. And there are a dozen sarcophagi arranged around the room, but they've been reduced to rubble.
They're in seasons.
So the carvings depict different seasons.
Elves and nature. Oban, this is your Mielikki, maybe.
I can look if you want.
Queen of the Masquerade.
No.
Is it safe?
No, I don't think anything down here is technically safe.
Is there a distinct smell of owlbear shit?
Yeah, you can see.
There's a smell of owlbear corpse.
What do they eat down here?
Well, possibly you. You can see that there's some recent smashing around where you think that the owlbears have kind of probably, kind of like through hunger or whatever, have smashed up some of the sarcophagi.
Eating them.
Oh.
So inside the tombs, are there elf bodies or dwarf bodies? If any.
I think elf bodies, but they're really quite deteriorated.
And does any of the images like look familiar to me at all? Anything to do with to do with Mielikki, or
There's no religious iconography. They're more generic kind of forest scenes.
none of this looks familiar to me.
None of this
He's beautiful though.
Is there a way out?
Do I see anything?
There's another exit at the far end.
Is that open?
Yeah.
Anything magical that I can see?
As you kind of step into the room from where you are at the moment, you can't see anything magical.
Sorry, you cut out there.
You can't see anything magical from where you are.
Cool.
It's like a 30-foot area, isn't it, around you?
Doesn't look like anything that'd help.
You're
Or anything in here that'd turn things to stone.
Why would MAGE keep bear owls here?
Pets.
Probably to protect something.
Wizards are weird.
Seems cruel.
Well,
He's
more
mad.
cruel than killing them?
Maybe.
I'll walk to the corner.
Yeah, it's 30 feet. Okay. Also checking for traps, I guess.
Maybe killing them was
Make a
kind. They'd have
perception
starved in here.
Perception roll into the tower, please.
What?
Yes.
All of us are.
No, that's me.
Aldred.
Maybe had they not been in captivity, they would have
not
been
spotted
friendly.
Aldred, as you're kind of moving into the centre of the room, kind of by side one of the coffins, you find you feel an aura of transmutation magic. It's kind of glowing in a light blue that you associate with that school of magic.
Okay. One sarcophagus in particular.
It's not the sarcophagus, it's beside that.
Okay, I'll relay that to the others and bring that aura of transmutation.
What? There's something.
Whereabouts is it?
It's kind of about 15 foot diagonally from where Aldred is now.
What, like there?
Yeah, about there.
Am I close to it?
Yeah,
Warmer, colder?
Stop! I wouldn't touch it. Don't touch
you
it
can
with
see that the main thing there is like a pot, like a funerary urn or what have you. There's a little bit of dust and dirt and stuff in it.
I'll lift it up and go, is it this thing?
Yes, don't open it.
What is it?
There's transmutation magic around that urn.
What does that mean?
It means it
helpful?
it could be helpful or harmful.
Isn't that what you said was on the statue?
Yeah, I like those odds.
No, the statue was abjuration, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, the statue of
No,
the...
there's the
human.
the stone, the petrified stone.
Oh, the guy. Transmutation.
So should we go pour it on him?
I mean, if you think that's wise.
What's the worst that can happen?
Turn him to stone again.
Double stone.
He's fairly robust at the moment.
Try
Gotta
it.
keep hold of it, and I'll toss it to Aldred to keep hold.
Catch.
Oh my god. Is Aldred gonna take cover? I don't know.
I've thrown it to
I guess he'll catch it.
Yeah, okay, catch.
Should we see what's through here first, or should we head back?
Is there anything else in here?
There's another room through it.
Another room.
Well, I mean, no, Aldred, you're 30 feet that we know about now.
I guess Aldred will do kind of like.
Yeah,
so
do a
just-
circuit.
Just stop me when something interesting happens. So I'll move to there. I'll basically do like a circle around the room.
Yeah, you don't find anything else.
Cool.
Oban,
Go
do you
for
want
it,
to
just
check
go
in
for
here?
it. Next bit. Yeah.
I'll stay close behind, but you go first.
So as you're kind of like looking at this this pot, Aldred, you see it's painted with images of a barefooted elf covered in kind of like leafy armour, leading a march of small uprooted shrubs, and the shrubs seem to be walking of their own accord. So as you were kind of going towards the top wall, you noticed that there was what looked to be there's a crack in the wall, and the crack then becomes a real straight horizontal line. So it's like a jagged edge, and then it becomes a horizontal line, and then drops down as if it's kind of hit something that's not cemented in, basically, in the wall, right at the top middle of the room.
Hit above where me and Oda stood.
No, so I'll move Aldred to where.
Alright, we're in Aldred's room.
Is there more magic over there?
Yeah, it's not magic now, but
Oh, he's just noticed it.
feels like it's kind of like something like a secret entrance or something like that.
Oh,
Okay.
you found a secret entrance.
More like a crack than an actual.
Yeah, so there's a crack coming
Yeah.
down the wall, and then the crack kind of becomes a very distinct kind of straight line, and then straight line down, as if the crack in the wall has kind of opened up what would have otherwise been harder to spot.
Ah.
Okay.
So have you relayed that to us?
Yes, I guess.
I will attempt to push open the doorway then.
Yeah, okay. You push it open, and with a bit of heft, it opens out into a smaller kind of like room. In the middle of this very dusty room, there's a pretty strong alabaster, stone sarcophagus, and it sits atop a foot-high block of granite. The lid of the sarcophagus is carved in the likeness of a regal elf of indeterminate age and gender, and there's a yawning cat stretching on the elf's chest. And the cat is part of the lid's carving. It's not a separate sculpture.
Oh, I thought you meant an actual cat.
Yeah. I'll go in and have a look round closer, inspect the sarcophagus coffin thing.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm so great at these.
This is your whole thing, though, like dealing with graves, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm very much more putting people in them.
Yeah, other than kind of what I just described, you don't find a great deal more.
Does it feel like it could be opened?
Possibly.
Do I detect the magic?
There is no magic.
Okay, I'll relay that.
Can I investigate there as well?
Yeah,
In
make
the
an
room.
investigation check.
I'll use my divine sense.
Okay.
Oh, saying that. No, ignore me. Ignore me.
Yeah, it wouldn't go through the thing. Pretty solid cover.
Yeah. Forgot about that a bit.
So Fenn, you realise as you're kind of looking at it that the lid isn't actually a lid; it's all one piece. It's carved to appear openable, but it isn't actually. It's all one piece of alabaster.
Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to open this, carrion.
Yeah. I wonder why they put it in here then.
Or it's sealed to let whatever's in there not get out. Possibly.
Tombs are not made to be disturbed. He's hidden for reason.
Certain tombs are made to be disturbed.
If it was someone important, it'd be a bit more elaborate rather than a bit hidden, you'd assume.
It depends what they have to hide. So, what was down that other corridor? Since this appears to be a dead end.
Let's head back.
Oh, so there's an entrance. There is an entrance at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Is it worth seeing if there's an identical? Because obviously this room is symmetrical.
Ooh.
Is there another door of the opposite?
Yeah, down the other
side. You're going to walk over to the opposite wall.
Yeah.
Did you say there's like a stone cat on top of it?
Yeah. It's carved down there. Make an investigation check into the tower, please.
Oh, what?
So what check was that?
Investigation.
Right.
Good luck.
You don't find anything there.
Just wondered if you could paw that thing on the cat, would it turn into a cat?
There's no other entrance here.
Hit it with your sword.
No.
I'll bang on the coffin thing, the stone thing.
Sounds pretty solid.
Doesn't sound hollow at all.
Anything from where I am? Down this corridor?
So from where you are, you can see that the corridor extends a little bit.
Goes around the corner.
I can't hear anything other than what's going on in that back room.
Can't. Yeah.
So does it look like this sarcophagus could be moved? Like, I know the whole thing's solid, but could it be covering something?
Fenn doesn't believe so.
And you say you found nothing on that other wall?
No way passage. No doors.
Okay. Press on.
Boys.
You hide something again.
It seems
Maybe we'll find something further in that'll help us.
Maybe.
There's another corridor down this way.
Yes, it seems strange to hide something.
Yeah, well, they don't want grave robbers stealing it, clearly.
Yeah, but...
Can I have a peek round down that corner from here?
Yep.
Unless it's already been stolen.
That's also true.
But it was all closed off.
I would like to be stealthy, please.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check in the tower, please.
Okie dokie. Come on. There we go. Where's my stealth? Ability skills. There's read that. What do I read? That.
Okay.
I can't really say anything further. I would like to keep moving down.
Okay.
Actually, I'll wait until they've come round that corner.
Hello.
Right.
Has anyone else got a little like symbol by their dex bit on their stealth? I don't know what it is.
Are you wearing some armor that would?
Have you
No, I don't. I'm not wearing any armor.
don't know.
Don't know what that means. Let's look at what Zerelda has.
I thought that was if you're wearing like.
Anything?
Zerelda has it as well.
I have it. I think everyone has it.
What's this?
I think it just means it's affected by.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, right, yeah.
Hold on. So if I just give Zerelda stealth disadvantage, what happens now? No, it doesn't change. Yeah, it must mean that this thing can be affected by the armor that you're wearing.
I've just never noticed it before.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, Ode, could you just move yourself back down for me, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
So as you're kind of like going up the corridor, you probably get to kind of like say there. You notice that the corridor's got a slight slant upwards.
Oh, okay. Ever so slight. Okay.
It's quite hard for you to assess exactly the slant. You're not like huffing and puffing as you're climbing above 45 degrees, but there's a definite kind of like upwards tilt to it.
Yeah.
So the top end is higher than the bottom end where you are.
Okay. I'll keep going.
Okay.
Anyone following me will figure that out too, I'd have thought.
Possibly. Let's find out. Fenn, you notice that there's a tilt on this as well. Oban.
Does it increase naturally, or is it like I'm looking at the floor for any like lines or any kind of thing to indicate that from like the point it starts going up? Is there like a line in the floor?
No, there's nothing great. What kind of gave it away is that you notice that some of the bas reliefs look as if they're kind of like going uphill, and the figure further up the corridor is higher than a figure down the bottom of the corridor. It's very slight, and it's quite a subtle thing. So none of the pictures here have kind of like horizontal lines in them. So it is only your sharp eye that picked that detail out.
Right. I will gingerly keep going.
Okay. You gingerly keep going. What's everybody else doing?
Gingerly watching to see if he survives.
Is there any damage on the wall behind me? Or like any rubble around on the floor at the bottom?
Make a perception. No, make an investigation check.
In the tower?
Yeah, please, yeah. Yeah, so it looks like there's a slight bit of damage to the wall behind you. Something's kind of like hit the pattern and kind of smashed it a little bit inwards.
I'll shout, Ode, be careful, this could be a trap.
Ode, you hear Fenn go, "It's a trap!" You can't repel firepower that magnitude.
And did he see this giant ball? Oh my god, that's no moon. And then it rolls.
Weirdly, Ben's not laughing as much as I thought he would do that joke.
Right, I will keep going. I'm looking for traps.
Perception check into the tower, please.
Perception check or investigation?
Perception.
Okay.
You perceive that tripwire you just stood on.
Yeah.
Roll. In fact, yeah, have advantage on that roll because you're clearly kind of like very, very aware of everything. So roll another d20 into there.
And hopefully it's not another one.
Will we say Fenn gave him advantage there?
Yeah. Okay. No, you don't see anything.
Keep going.
Just over.
I'll let everyone else say.
He shouts.
Stay here.
Keep going.
Stay here.
Have you seen anything yet?
Okay. Make me a yeah. So you step on a pressure plate.
Oh,
It's alright. You cut out.
You step on a pressure plate.
What am I looking for?
Well, not as close yet. Yeah.
well, you found it. Well done.
Take an inspiration. Take an inspiration for that. You hear a click, and you look down, and you see your foot slightly indented, and you're like, "I found it, guys!" and you kind of hear a rumble, and a big stone ball drops from the top end of the ceiling and starts to roll down. Could everybody roll me initiative, please?
Knew it. As soon as it says a slurp, I was like, oh,
Do you know, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, not a great initiative, to be honest.
Nick's doesn't need to roll initiative. It flies.
Not many of us need to roll this initiative.
I mean, if it's an explosive, then maybe.
A barrel outside.
imagine if you were carrying that now.
Miles away.
Okay, it's going on initiative
God, yeah.
of. I rolled a d20, didn't I? What did I roll? I rolled. Oh, I thought I rolled a d20. Oh, no, clearly I didn't. It's going on 11.
Oh.
Oh, so even I'm moving before it.
Okay, so it drops down and starts to roll down the corridor. Let's see then. Alright, so on its turn, it's going to start to roll down the corridor, so it stopped there. So Fenn, you can see this ball. It's kind of like looks. Oh, in fact, you can't see it, can you? Because I don't think.
Does he just hear a
But you hear it, and you hear Ode go. I found it.
They're here.
Oh, okay.
I would have gone with little balls, but you know.
What are you doing, Fenn?
I'm gonna everyone run back this way, and probably back into this room, and that corner, just in case it goes around corners.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it might bounce.
Oban.
I'm gonna follow. Oh my God! How did I do
Clip through that wall.
that? In a secret room. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Fenn said run, so I'm gonna run. I'll use my. Oh, no, I can go. No, if I use my action to dash, and I'll end my turn there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You didn't say where to run, so I'm just gonna run.
Yeah, he's just booking it now and then.
Yeah, like all the way out of
Carry
Undermountain.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 6. And we didn't roll for Nick's, but I assume it was just a 5.
But it can fly to start with.
Yeah.
Okay. Ode.
I'm gonna run.
You have expeditious retreat.
You reckon you can probably squeeze past it before it starts to roll?
How big is this thing?
It's difficult terrain in the 10-foot square it's occupying.
Can you misty step?
I don't know if I can actually.
You can see past it, so you can misty step past it if you've got that spell.
I don't know.
Misty step. That's the question.
Misty steps onto the next platform and has another one drop on it.
Unless you're a law bard, I don't think you'll have it.
No.
Lay down.
No.
What kind of bard are you, by the way? What
Whispers.
Whispers.
College of Evil.
One that plays with three strings.
Standard and selfish. He's
Definitely gonna be the big bad.
He's gonna ride this ball to the bottom, isn't he?
Sort of like log roll.
Yeah.
How tall is compared to how big would you say this ball was?
10 foot.
10 foot, and from the ceiling.
Oh, but it pretty much fills the corridor. There's not much ceiling space
Right.
left.
Okay. Then I will dodge and tuck myself right in the narrow, in the corner of the where the wall meets the floor, and try and make myself as thin as possible, so this thing goes past me.
Okay. It's filling the whole of the corridor, so you
But
reckon...
you said that I could probably squeeze past this.
Yeah, because it's stationary at the moment, so it's dropped down. It's not yet started to roll.
Oh, right, okay.
And
Then I'm just gonna run.
yeah, okay.
Which way?
Yeah.
At it, with your hands like that, ready to stop it.
That's the last thing it'll expect you to do.
Yeah.
Thunderwave it the other direction.
Yeah.
I use.
Do it. Thunderwave it. Do it.
Can you cast Shatter? Doesn't that affect like objects?
I don't have shatter.
Okay, so you run into there? Oh, to there.
There.
Okay.
That's as far as I can run.
Aldred.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll prepare a frostbite for an unknown object entering the room.
Yeah, okay.
Can anyone cast web?
No.
Zerelda says, I don't know what's going on here, but I've got Sanctuary on, so nothing's going to get me.
I'm pretty sure boulders don't need wisdom. They've been frozen before.
Okay, right, so then it rolls. So it rolls. It starts to kind of like make its inexorable. I don't know, what would a ball look like? Let's have a look. Ball. I'm just going to use B.
Massive ball.
Oh, you could have easily got
Yeah,
past
it's
it.
bigger than that. It occupies a 10-foot square. So it goes, let's think, then so it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 to there. Okay? It starts to trundle down. You can see it's painted like an eyeball. Fenn.
Is it me?
Yep.
There's not what I can do, really, I suppose. I'll just wait here.
Yeah, okay. Oban?
I just could keep running.
Yeah, okay.
Got instructions to run, so I'm running.
Okay. Carrion?
Yeah, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Ode?
I'll keep running.
Yeah, okay.
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's all the squirrels out of the way as you run past.
Yeah.
Okay, Aldred.
I'm just going to prepare a frostbite for this object.
Yep, okay. Zerelda's like, well, I guess that probably kind of means I better get out of here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. She kind of tucks herself in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Smashes against the stone, bounces back. 5, 50, 55, 60. Anybody doing anything different? Oh, in fact, let's just say Ode. Open, do you want to move to where you moved to? Ode, do you want to move to where you moved to?
I'm just gonna keep running. I'm just gonna keep running.
I finished my move.
I didn't know. I thought
Okay.
I'd stop by now.
You're definitely stopping there, yeah? You can hear this thing coming down the corridor.
That is as far as I can move.
It's your turn now. It's your turn again.
No, you can move again.
We've cycled through again.
So,
Alright, we cycled through again. I'll just stand there.
Okay. Aldred.
dodge action. Take a step back.
Zerelda says where she is. 5, 10, bangs against, clangs, bang, kind of just comes down and rests against that wall. 10d10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that could insta kill.
Well,
You can come back now, Oban. I'll shout.
What was it?
Trap.
Big ball.
Tentacles, big ball, bear owl. This is a strange museum.
It's-
It's the most interesting museum I've ever.
okay, so what are you doing, guys?
Well,
Let's go up the corridor.
Let's go back at the corridor.
Now, can you remember where you stood?
It was on this side.
no.
would it help if I cast light?
That side.
I'll go up the corridor.
You can see the pressure plate is kind of like being triggered.
I'll step over it.
Let's set up.
Yeah.
Go
okay.
to the corner.
Now that we know we can technically outrun it.
As you kind of get to the corner, the air starts to feel like warm and quite close.
Okay.
There's a noxious, burning metal smell tinged to the air, and you no longer feel like you need to kind of like keep it down and be respectful. And there's no cooling draft or anything on.
So technically, be disrespectful then.
There's like a
Yeah.
forge.
Yeah. Opens out into a bigger room. The ceiling is only 10 foot high around here, and you can see from where you are slanted stone tables that look like they've got shackles on them, maybe leather straps.
Nice. We're in the bondage dungeon. Is there a sex swing in the corner as well?
I don't know what one of those is.
Head into
Nothing about this building makes any sense. It's a museum, it's a shrine, it's a crypt, it's a sex dungeon. Just
Welcome to Undermountain.
Was that the end of that way there then? The one that we were looking down?
yeah, it's this dead end where I am.
Yeah.
Da.
Yeah.
Is dead end.
Oh,
Is
now
is dead end a really inappropriate term to use? Who falls to this room?
There's a row of 6 slanted stone tables, each table
Can I
fitted with rusty shackles and leather straps. At the lower end of each table, set into the floor, there's a shallow circular stone basin, some of which have a deep, kind of like red, flaky dust in them.
Nice.
Blood. I'll investigate the room. See if I find anything useful.
Okay.
Yeah. Take a stone table each. Do you want them in the tower for
Yeah,
investigation?
please, yeah.
I'll chip into that, I guess.
Well, there's 6 tables. We might as well all have a look.
Zerelda's going to chuck in for an investigation as well, because I like to learn how to do this thing. She investigates quite highly. Oh, I'm all over this. Yeah. She finds fuck all. None of you find anything of any great significance.
Looks like a torture chamber.
It looks more like sacrifice bowls.
It's strange. The dwarf area seems so respectful, and yet the elf area seems so...
Well, the elf area seems
Dark.
respectful. Now we've entered this area. I don't. Yes, this place is strange.
Nothing here makes sense.
I'll look down this next corridor.
Imagine if we'd just gone down that other on a shopping episode.
Yeah, in the Goblin Market.
I know.
That's what I prepped.
You shouldn't provide alternative doorways then. It's the standard rules of like any RPG game. It's just like, oh, that
So
looks like the way we should go. I'm going that way.
Yeah.
Search every corner before you start the main quest.
Yeah.
The corridor extends out that way.
I guess we're going down that hallway,
Yeah,
then, right?
we'll keep going.
I mean, we're nearly back to where we started.
We must be nearly at the end of this place. The where at? I'll be wondering when we've wandered off.
I should just be looking at her stone boyfriend.
Oh, that's not more stairs, is it?
No, so that's another one of these that could extend into the wider dungeon, but it's a wall.
You cut
It's
out
what?
from
You
that.
cut out.
So that could extend into a wider dungeon, but it's a wall.
It's a wall. All right.
So here there's it looks to be a lid of one of the sarcophagus from the previous room. That's resting atop two misshapen blocks of stone. It's clearly kind of makeshift. And it's right at the bottom end of the room. Behind that there's a high back chair, which is made of like what looks to be burned wood, and it's got one armrest missing. Beyond the desk and chair here there's a load of books crammed into niches in the south wall.
Oh,
There are similar niches in the other walls, but they mainly contain tall alabaster funerary urns covered in dust and cobwebs. There is illusion magic coming from one of the urns.
I will relay that illusion magic to the others and
This coffin looks a bit ominous.
check for danger, and then look at these books.
It's not a coffin. It's basically the lid of a sarcophagus kind of resting atop a couple of blocks, almost like it's a desk.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant-
The horror of the desk.
This is a wizard's study. Possibly. Mez's throne.
Where did you say the illusion magic was coming from, Aldred?
It's by where Zerelda is. And she's just kind of like picked it up and it's now in Zerelda's pocket. She's kind of got. Oh, she sees you looking at her and she kind of like just has a tiny white pouch that's got a set of magical dust in it.
What have you found, Zerelda?
She just kind of gets a credit card out. Oh, wow! I don't know what you're on about.
Is that something she picked up from Seat?
Yeah.
Is there any books of interest? Like,
Okay, so you look at the books.
the perception check was to check for danger around the books, and then look at the books.
You don't see anything particularly dangerous. I mean, you could possibly like stub your fingers on the desk.
Okay.
The chair doesn't look. I mean, the chair wouldn't pass health and safety assessment, and you don't think the laptop on the desk has been kind of electrical safety checked in the last few years. But other than that, there's nothing that you see. Obviously, that's kind of dangerous. A lot of the books are falling apart, and you kind of like glance along the titles. Some of them are written in scripts that you don't understand, but the ones that you do understand seem to cover alchemy. History, but particularly kind of like dwarven or elven history. There's one that's really looks quite interesting about engineering, and the other stuff that you kind of the covers are quite burned or rotten a little bit, and you can't quite make them out.
Okay, I'll relay this to the others. Book on herbalism, book on dwarven history, book on engineering, and can't quite. I don't know the script.
I'll take the book on herbalism.
Okay, yeah, you grab it.
Open
Quite
it.
dense.
Can
It's
I
quite
read
difficult.
it?
You can, but it's kind of like it's quite a dense kind of like script, and it's like even though it's written in common, it's kind of archaic common. So you'd probably need to sit down and kind of like sketch it out a little bit. It's handwritten, so some of the letters aren't formed as easily as if it was like printed word and stuff. So it's not something you can quickly kind of like flick through and go, oh right, okay, cool.
Okay.
You can see some pictures, some diagrams, and you pick out odd words of interest.
I'll put it in my pack.
I'll also gesture the books I can't read. Scripts.
So what else is in there? There's a makeshift desk, books.
There was a magic
various
thing that sort of
urns,
stopped.
and there's some magical dust that Zerelda has kind of like.
Sorry,
The
cut
urns
out
are
again.
illusionary. Some sort of illusion magic.
Yes.
Zerelda picked that up, didn't she?
Yeah, she's nicked that.
Is it a ring or a bag? Sorry.
It's a pouch containing dust.
I'm gonna search the other urns.
Okay. You kind of like make a search through there. Could you give me an investigation check? Okay, tucked into the bottom of one of the urns, there's what looks to be a badly burned book that seems to kind of like have lots of arcane, as in arcana, as in as opposed to just obscure, kind of like phrases and gesticulations and formula in it.
Do I understand it? Can I roll an Arcana check?
No, not really.
I'll pass
You
it
reckon?
to...
You recognise it to be kind of like a spell book.
I'll pass it to Aldred then. Might be useful for you.
Aldred, as the book is passed across to you, a small feeling of guilt forms in the back of your mind that you've pocketed 1,000 gold worth of gems and have made no mention of that at all to your companions who are passing across valuable spell books. But you just push it away.
Obviously, the fact that this is the second base. Yeah, he got 1,000 gems off the black
1,000
staff
gold
that
of
he
gems.
told us about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah, we're all there scrimping.
Would Oban know about that?
No.
Okay.
But you got 10,000, so you're really not wanting to mention it.
He's in full plate armor. That's like 70.
I was thinking,
Made of gold. Did I mention that last session? I'm wearing gold armor.
Yeah, enchanter, so it doesn't.
He's also
melt.
slow
Gold
as
out,
fuck.
yeah. The reason my armor class is 27.
Yeah.
I'll pass you the spell, but anyway.
Cool.
Make an insight check, Fenn.
And see if I recognise any guilt.
You see the flicker of non-guilt pass over Aldred's face as he just assumes what common folk do to their betters. He thinks it's
sense of entitlement.
It's like a tithe for spending time in his company. That's the impression that his face gives you.
I was wanting to.
We'll take it out of the talks at a later date.
I was pondering whether see how there were gems. Is there any diamonds that would be appropriate for is it a revivify spell?
No.
It's like a third. It's like a third level thingy.
I think I've got Revivify. What do I need? Diamond worth 300 gold pieces.
Jesus.
Spell consume.
Do I has that as part of the gems?
Can I has gems, please?
It's diamonds. It doesn't have to be a singular.
Yeah. That's so. I've got 1,000 gold pieces worth of gems, and I'm wondering if that is.
No, apparently none of them are diamonds worth 300 gold.
One of them's worth 301 because of the diamond inflation. Bastards.
It's not diamonds.
Well, let's head back then. We should check out that little room again with a sarcophagus in.
You only need it if somebody dies.
Yeah, but I know. But you need to prepare the spell as the thing.
I have it prepared as the default.
Yeah, so I guess I'll bring that up now. I'll be like, I got given a handful of gems from the Blackstaff, and I believe this one can be used by you clerics, and I'll talk to the...
There isn't one, there's no diamond there.
No, he said there was no
Oh,
diamond.
there isn't. Okay, never mind.
So he hasn't mentioned... So what was these gems?
Oh, he looks at his pouch and goes, oh, no diamonds, it's all fine. Oh, honestly, my mouse control of this is awful. Okay, so where are you going to, guys?
I don't know. I'm just finding out.
Did somebody just
the way
say
we
we can
came?
check out that little room?
Any ideas about that little room?
Can someone else have a look to see if there's a hidden...
I'll go.
Test
Yeah.
anything? Any sense any magic in there?
Make an investigation check into the tower that are searching for stuff.
Because our big friend's probably not the most alert.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Oban doesn't notice you saying that. What?
Oban, I meant you.
Nothing there.
I cannot find anything.
So we head back the way we were going then, for our strange little detour.
Didn't we get a transmutation? What was the thing we found?
Oh, you've got that urn, yeah.
So it was a transmutation
that was
urn, but am I right in saying it was an elf eating mobile?
It had elven stuff on it.
Yeah, so it has.
Oh God, I'm moving wrong. Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing.
Barefooted elf with kind of like leather armor. Sorry, leafy armor. Leading a march of small uprooted shrubs that seem to be walking of their own accord.
Yes,
Pour it on the statue. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it's for.
We can try.
Very well.
The Weirrat is indeed there, as is the Quadrone.
Okay, I'll relinquish the urn.
Oh no, I meant you to pour it on.
I'm not doing that. I don't think that's what it does.
Oh, mage hand it.
Mage hand it.
It's heavier than that, right?
What, Mage Hand can do like a pound?
Yeah.
It's 5.
£5 in it.
It's heavier than that.
I think I can do like 5 kilograms. What's
Oh,
that?
£5.
Oban, pour it on.
I'll do it. I'll just grab it and I'll.
Okay, nothing happens.
I'll pour it on it, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yes.
£10 is what it is, actually. And it can carry it.
I would imagine that you need to do something with
With what?
plants. Look at the urn.
It brings plants to life.
Water.
Look,
Sunlight.
I'm going to have to head back to Zerelda. Are you coming?
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah.
Are we bringing the statue with us?
No, we can't. We won't be able to get that past the Dead Eyes Watch Pass.
Do you want me to move
I
it
thought you
out
wanted
of?
to bring your friend with you.
I could cast friend on the quadrant.
I don't think you can, because I think you have to speak a language.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You can shoot it. That's something I know you can do.
I can shoot it there.
Can it understand me though?
No, you don't need to. There's nothing in there about the language. When the spell ends, creature realizes use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you.
You cut out for all that.
You cut out for all that, yeah.
Oh, okay. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you. Also, the biggest problem is that you can't talk to it.
Could we do it through the art of mime? Gesture to it what we want.
You could try.
I don't
Cast
think
friends and then say its name and then point the stone boy.
By interpretive dance.
Yes. Oh, you've done. Well, no, I don't know that as his character.
You can charm him through song.
Why don't you put the statue, like intercept the statue?
Come on, let's go. We need to get back to. We need to get back.
Let's go. I don't think that's what we want to do.
I thought you wanted us to bring him with you.
No, we need him back. We can't carry him. We won't be able to get through the Dead Eyes Watch Post.
Do you want me to move him from out of circle?
No, I like him. And maybe the bad wizard will make him real again if he's here.
And then drain his blood in that other room.
And he'll wonder why he's moved.
Lovely.
I think I want to get back to Israel. Now.
Can I insight this? Her, I don't trust. Suddenly she doesn't want to bring him with us. In the tower or not?
In the tower.
Isn't Rizerol the rat from the Muppets?
Rizzo.
She's quite concerned about something. She's clearly worried that she wants to kind of get back. You get the impression that it's almost like a young girl who's possibly past her bedtime and kind of wants to get back.
Let's go.
Okay.
Are we leaving this?
I mean, unless you guys can remove curse
I can.
right now.
Yeah, I can remove
Is it a curse?
I
It
mean,
depends whether it
Not
casts.
a curse.
I can try it. It's another
God
third
knows
level slot.
Restoration spell.
oh yeah, or restoration would be another one.
I can do lesser restoration, but that's not good enough. That only gets rid of like blindness, deafness, and paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think we've got greater yet.
No, it's like a 5th level spell, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Yeah.
Remove curse is a touch. At your touch, all curses affecting creature or object end. The object is if the object is a cursed magic item, it remains cursed, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
And I can remove disease or poisons with lay on hands, but that will be reverse things either.
Let's go then.
Okay, so she kind of like heads out and she goes, come on, this way. Let's just be quiet. Just keep ourselves quiet. She kind of heads out to there, basically.
Don't forget your barrel.
Yeah. You get the battle.
Zerelda says, okay, if we're going to have to sneak, Oban, and she touches you. Mask provides shadows such that you can keep yourself silent and hidden.
Blessing of the trickster.
Yeah.
It's advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah, which
Yeah, I
means
like
that you just have normal stealth checks.
Right.
Go on, this way. So what's going to happen? We're gonna come. This corridor snakes back around on itself. Then you need to stick to the right far hand side of the next corridor, and then we're at the Deadeye watch post. Hopefully they'll be dicking around, but there's an undead beholder. We just need to be really, really stealthy to get past it, and then we kind of head up through the corridor, keep on going. We could go. If we kept on going up the corridor and went right, we get to the Goblin Bazaar eventually. But we're going to go left to go to Rizarel's.
Sure. As long as we know where the Goblin place is, so we can go there after. Makes sense. I believe that's what you guys needed to do, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we stealthing then?
I think we are.
It should be okay until we get to that point where I've just moved my token to.
I will just teleport there as well.
Yeah,
Nice.
makes
I
sense.
keep moving up. Sorry, I keep moving
I
up.
like the fact that thingy's.
Can I whisper? I whisper to Aldred. Do we need to go to this Rizarel?
Hang on, guys.
Oh, do you know what? I was about to whisper to Fenn. I think we should just go to the Goblin Market.
She doesn't seem to want to rescue her companion suddenly.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Let's.
feel like she's leading us somewhere.
Yeah, let's just. Hit
It's
the
another
Goblin
trap.
Market when we get a chance.
Yeah, he's got like 1,000 gold burning in his pocket. He wants to spend.
I hope it's not 1,000 gold I'm spending. I'm only wanting some like spice.
He's had to sit on that 1,000 gold for like over 3 months now. Without
like
downtime.
10. Haven't you got like 10 spells to copy across into your book at some point? Was it last session?
but
You got a really
it's
good.
It's not as simple as grinding down gold, like by spell components. Or
Well,
like,
I'm sure there'll be some. And when we're keeping an eye on.
If it's a trap, we light the barrel and run.
Yes.
I don't think you can outrun the explosion.
Well, no. What you do is you pop the cork and then
Challenge accepted.
pour it out to make a fuse.
yeah.
Then get you to firebolt it from as far away as you can.
I could fireball it even.
Yeah. Little do we know, there's been a hole in it the entire time. Real behind us now. And it actually got lit by a hole half an hour ago.
It's just
Yeah, behind us.
Yeah,
So
luckily
actually-
we haven't stood still for long enough for it to catch us.
Yeah, the safest place we were where we tunnel with the boulder rolling towards us because it was nowhere near us.
Okay. So after you've had your like whispered chat about ditching her and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
she's kind of like quiet. She like listens at the door. I think it's gonna be okay.
Did she laugh when
Insight
she said
checker.
that? Did she laugh when she said that?
Yeah, do I think she's lying?
No. She's she didn't see what role she did because it was in the tower.
So she doesn't know she's lying.
Okay, so let's everybody just stick to the side of the wall, and she kind of like opens the door and just kind of sneaks through.
Oban's doing that thing to figure out which one's left and right. Like, which way? That's alright.
It's about there.
So we're making stealth checks.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
How do I
in
stop
the
it
tower?
from being disadvantage?
If you give yourself
just give
advantage,
yourself-
Okay.
Do you want them in the tower?
yes, please.
The tower's actually a really good way to counter my lucky.
I'm not rolling everything in it.
That's the point, actually. How does that work in that?
I'm actually okay with that, to be honest, because it's pretty good otherwise.
Or could you just choose to roll twice anyway?
Yeah, but you choose which one. But if you don't know which one's better, then it doesn't.
Yeah. Or you just say I'm rolling twice and having the better one.
Do you know what? If it's a beholder, being invisible isn't going to matter.
It's undead though.
It's undead. Yeah.
I guess I'll be invisible then.
There's a technique for that.
I'll be
Cast
invisible.
blind, everyone hammers it.
So I'm invisible. Am I okay to take advantage, or does that apply?
I can't remember what I rolled. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can take advantage.
Cool. Boom. Hopefully that was advantage. Yes, I saw 2 shadow die.
Okay, so you enter into this kind of like this room here, and you can see that it extends down quite a bit. And she kind of like gets to the top and says, "This is where the Dead Eye Watch post is. So just the other side of here, there's an undead beholder, and there's Nadia, the Bender. There's a load of bugbears and other humans and stuff there as well. So we're gonna try and sneak past. Let's just." Okay, are we all okay to try to sneak past?
Sure.
Is Ode going to turn invisible?
Ode's got this big fuck off barrel as well.
Turn the barrel invisible.
I mean, it's anything on his that he's holding, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Zerelda says, "Everybody, come gather around me. Well, everybody come and kind of gather around me. I'm gonna give her some masks, blessing. I've got all the spells, all the best spells. I know all the spells."
Is Zerelda now Donald Trump?
Yeah.
She's just trying to channel it in Alaric.
Making Undermountain great again.
Yeah. And she gets some ashes from a burned leaf, and a sprig of bark, and she kind of like chucks them into the air, say, "Mask grant us stealth so that we can feed unseen." And she casts Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
So long as you stay within 30 feet of her, you get +10 bonus to Dex checks.
Tasty.
Pass Without Trace is an awesome spell.
So +10 and I get advantage. That's awesome.
Just walk right through it.
I'm gonna need that.
Just walk in front of it.
Okay, so let's go. So she opens up the kind of like doorway, and you can all hear raucous kind of like laughter and kind of people joshing each other and rah, go on, no, rah, kind of coming from the left-hand side of this room, and there is indeed a beholder zombie in the center of the room.
Oh.
About there.
Okay.
So can everybody make stealth checks? Make them public,
+10.
and you get a +10.
How do we apply that +10 from our
I
end?
think you get
Misk, I think. Is it Misk? Can you just type in 10? Yeah, there we go.
Where?
If you go to skills, there's a middle column between the start and the
Just do
total.
it for now, yeah.
Right. You
And
just
then
add
let's
it.
do it after.
And I've got advantage as well, haven't I? Let's go.
Wait, you go to stealth and then you do what?
I can roll a
So,
minimum of
There's a
20.
Misk.
Or you
Go
could
to
just
skill.
roll, and
Oh.
we could add 10 to the result.
Okay.
Oh,
That's not right. Plus 10
Right,
is
this
added.
is with the added 10.
21 then.
21. Jesus Christ.
fucking hell. 15.
21.
Oh, I think I rolled mine into the tower. Can you see that?
Oh, so yeah, I rolled mine into the tower
Yeah, I
too.
can see yours, yeah. I haven't seen yours, Oban.
Oh, really? Why is...
God,
Oh, I
two
know
of us rolled
why.
two.
Yeah.
I keep dragging the dragon instead of the...
Oh!
Oh, dear.
Oh!
God, we needed that plus 10.
I think I've still probably seen someone, right?
Okay, so your average group, so Zerelda needs to roll as well. Okay, Zerelda, you get
Roll
some
high.
skills. Stealth.
Well, with a plus 10 on all them, we're still over an average of 15.
So
Ooh,
Zerelda
nice.
gets 34. 34 plus 14 is 48. 48 plus 25 is 48 plus 25 63. 63 plus 35 is 98. 98 plus 15 is 113. 113 plus 21 is 134 divided by 5. 134 divided by 25. It's going to be about 30. Okay.
Cool.
Quite sneaky.
Yeah.
It's not divided by 6.
There's 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
six.
5, 6 of you. Yeah, that's correct. So 130 divided by 6 is 22, isn't it? 23, 22.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and this bird here, she makes her roll. So she rolls 18, 20, 18, 26. So yeah, so it's above average, so you're probably on about 23. Okay, cool.
I'll snap Nyx out of existence.
Yeah, okay. What?
Just
What?
until we're back.
Ah!
Into the void with you, owl.
I'll bring you back. It's actually pretty good at stealth, but I wasn't taking the risk.
So it rolls that.
Not going to complain.
So quietly and sticking as close to Zerelda as you possibly can, you kind of make your way over here.
As we go past it, you can almost hear like Oban's teeth grinding and like his fist clenching, just like fighting the urge to fight this thing.
It's an empty vessel. Leave it. I whisper to you.
We've already killed one
No,
of
he's
those.
like huffing and puffing, carrying this.
You guys are
barrel.
you're having a novel's worth of chat as you
I know,
sneak
I was
past
just
the
about to
undead roll.
It's fine, we've already rolled the stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why my stealth came out as a.
As you get level to this gap, you can see that there's a group of, you don't know quite how many, various figures gathered in a circle around a tall human figure who's got a big pole, and they're all kind of like trying to jump at her, and she's just like using the pole to push them back, and it's like they're like a pack of wolves trying to kind of get around and jump, and she's doing this, and there's loads of raucous laughter and a kind of like lots of banter being chucked to and fro, and she's absolutely loving it. She's like, "Come on, you scurvy dogs!" There's a couple of bugbears kind of like at the back doing all that kind of stuff as well.
So it's not someone being attacked. It's
I was
like
going to say, yeah, she's
no,
into
no,
it.
she's into it. Yeah. It's like
yeah.
That's fine.
a
No
game
shame.
sport.
But these lot was vampires, weren't they? He said.
Yeah, I think that's where the undead beholder vibes come in.
Yeah, probably avoid that.
It's not known that Xanathar is
Yeah, I know.
a beholder, by the way. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you kind of sneak out, and this corridor kind of extends off. You're still all stealthing as you kind of move down there. The darkness that gathers around you flickers up and down. This kind of like the shadows, and you all feel like a soft, cooling presence around your face, as if a leather mask was put across your eyes.
Kinky.
And you get up to the top, and you kind of go, yeah, I don't like doing that. So again, that's another wall there, and you get here. Castellin says, "We go left now. Right is towards the Goblin Bazaar. Zerelda will be wondering where I am. I've been away longer than normal."
Well, is it not best you go back on then, rather than drawing attention to yourself? We will come meet you later after we.
Goblin Bazaar would be the best place to find a cure for petrification.
Paul, I've just accidentally dropped that barrel in the wall.
Run!
What kind of game is this? Fix that.
Thank you.
I feel like this map's still in beta testing.
It's Steam early release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of like looks and goes, okay, and she scuttles off.
Okay, cool.
That was easy. So then, market.
Let's go to the
Yes.
Goblin Bazaar.
It only took all session.
I'll bring Nyx back.
Yeah, okay.
See, I told you it wouldn't be gone long.
I was enjoying myself. I was
All right,
chatting.
back you go.
I was chatting to Elminster's familiar. You would not believe what he gets up to in the privacy of his own study.
Well,
There's a lot
recap
of one-handed spell casting. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, I'll pass that technique on to the
Gives
wizard.
one a whole new meaning.
So the corridor, I'm assuming you kind of like continue along here, being as stealthy as you can be.
Yeah, let's carry on like we were.
So I'll stop like 60 feet away from that entrance to the side there, so you can decide what you want to do.
I think we just progress stealthily. So you say stop.
Stop where? 60%, 60 feet away from where we can
There.
see.
Yeah, so if you stop like around there, there's an opening here, so I don't want you to kind of like you
Yeah,
don't
to waste
decide
your
to
time.
go left or right.
I will, having brought Nyx back, I will send them down to there and look through their eyes.
I'll tell Odd to hang back in case there's a trap. It's for your safety.
Yeah.
Well, it looks to me the main corridor extends down to a corner, and then there's an offshoot which is kind of less works down.
The main passage goes ahead, and then there's the one off to the right appears to be a bit more rustic, shall we say?
Do we get the distinct scent of goblin coming from any direction?
No.
I presume I can smell as well. Yeah. Not that I can smell. Do we follow our tradition, which is namely
The
going
scenic
off the
route.
yes? It prevents anything sneaking up on us.
That's a good point. We can have a quick look.
Yeah. I'll move forward and Nyx, go down the corridor briefly. This one, just to the end, and be quiet with it.
Okay. Goes down the corridor, opens out like
Yeah.
They're lined with crumbling stone tables and shelves and the sturdy anvils and whetstones and hammers and chisels and other stuff on them.
Is there anyone around?
No.
No. Appears to be some kind of forge or armory or something with whetstones and chisels. Should we go have a look?
Let's take a quick look.
Yes.
Something valuable.
Epochs are there.
Does it look dwarven?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Doesn't everything in this place?
Dwarven.
I'll go to about there.
Again, similar kind of like Se2 there. Stone tables, there's some anvils of about dwarf size. Looks to be some rotten bellows down there. The area now is lacking that cool breeze, but it's not malevolent, and it's also you don't feel kind of like you're having to whisper or anything. You're out of the library.
Does it look kind of? Is it like dusty? Does it look like it's not been disturbed?
Yeah, it doesn't look particularly well disturbed.
Well, since we're here, we might as well go to the end and have a look.
Okay, so it kind of turns around on itself. Who's going in?
Nyx.
Okay, so there is embedded in the wall at the end of the hallway. There's a gate, as in kind of like it's a stone archway, kind of flush against the wall, just slightly set out.
I'll go have a look.
Okay, anybody else going? Zerelda's going to have a little look as well. You guys just staying out there?
I suppose I can. Have a wee poke
Yeah,
around.
I'm
Stand
gonna
watch.
have a look.
Okay, you look at it closely. On the keystone of the arch, there is the image of a dead tree.
What about a dead tree, sorry?
So on the image, on the keystone of the arch, there's the image of a dead tree carved into it.
What's your? Did you say you had that urn would make plants grow?
That's the theory.
What about these?
Sprinkle it on this dead tree.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you wish.
The keystone's kind of like
I'll hand someone else the.
Oh, good fellow, mage hand it up.
Oh, it's not there.
it's not there.
Oh, has he not come? Oh shit! Is he within 120 feet?
Yeah, there's too much stone for you to
Yeah.
cast message, I think.
Fenn.
Yes.
Do you fancy sprinkling this up there?
I could try and climb. Does it look climbable?
Yeah.
What's that?
I think it's a waste of powder, to be honest.
Athletics, acrobatics.
Athletics.
Can he just Kobe it? Can he run up with a handful of...
Yeah, you put dirt.
Half-orcs can't jump.
you put dirt on the image and nothing happens.
Yeah, of course.
So is it like a gate carved into the wall
Yeah,
with a dead tree carved into it?
yeah. So it's a
Does
stone
it
archway.
just look symbolic then?
Can I investigate and see if there's anything like a keyhole or anything?
Yeah. You don't find anything.
Is anything reminiscent of a magical...
Yes, you think it probably is one of Undermountain's famed gates.
Yep.
What's that mean?
It means it can teleport you somewhere else, but
You need
we don't have anything to activate it.
That's another question.
Yeah.
Right, so it's worth remembering then.
Yeah. Let's chuff on then.
Ooh, is that a technical term?
Yes.
Can we check this room then?
Oh yeah.
Stone tables with anvils and tools and whatnot on.
Okay. Back to the entrance then.
If you wanted to, if you had a lot of patience and a way to maintain invisibility, you could just wait until someone uses it. And
You wait here then.
No, I'm not. I'm not so keen.
Yeah.
You come to the crossroads.
Crossroads.
Where's Zerelda is? To your left, there is a very well-constructed wall, atop of which sits what can only be described as 2 turrets with several protrusions emerging from them. The turrets appear to be well-armed, and you can see that there are a couple of goblins in them with goggles on, and they're kind of like pointing these turrets down at you. As soon as you kind of start to cluster in that hallway there, another goblin steps its head up. It gets a loud hailer, and it shouts down in common. State your intentions.
Shopping montage.
Shopping montage, love it.
Okay.
Gotta have a montage.
That's fine, right? So, this is a place of trade. I need you to put away your weapons, raise your arms, and advance. If there's any spellcasting, then this whole corridor is going to become a mess of fire, acid, and then probably your blood.
Okay, I'll take I'm still invisible, so I'll take 2 steps back and drop the invisibility.
That's magic, Aldred.
No, but they didn't know I was there before, so
I'm keeping well away from that barrel if they're going to be firing stuff.
yeah.
Are you joining us,
Ode, you go first. Yeah, Ode's miles
No,
away.
I'm keeping the barrel with me.
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, I'll follow up. I've got no weapon on me. Anyway.
I'll drop. Do I have a dagger? I think I have a dagger somewhere. I'll drop that.
I don't think they said drop it. They just don't draw them.
Yeah, stow weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't need to throw them on the.
Yeah, I'm going to go first because I feel like goblins would be more receptive to a half-orc than a
Okay,
human who just materialised from nowhere.
Oh, so you walk along. So around about, just before the corner, there is this pretty well-constructed wall, and there are turrets, and there's crossbows and wands and all kinds of gubbins attached to this kind of thing. It is click some words around. It's 5 gold entrance fee. If you want to buy anything, you need to pay a further 15 gold, and if you want to sell, it's 1,000 gold p, and you need to establish a pitch. Now, come on, hurry up! Time is money, friend.
20 gold if we want to buy some.
15 gold per purchase minimum.
No, 15 gold. 1 off to come. 5 to come in. 15 gold. If you want to buy anything.
Do we pay now or when we find something to buy?
You need to pay now, so King Jareth can have it.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. I probably won't have enough to buy anything after I've paid your entrance fee, but there we go.
Who is King Jareth?
He's a king here. This is his bazaar. Once you come in, we can introduce you to him.
20 gold then, yeah, to get in.
20 gold in total if we want to buy stuff. Yeah.
Now, 2. Ouch, that's done.
I'll just pay the 5.
Yeah. Okay. You step through. There's a strong,
actually,
well-maintained.
only one of it, like.
Huh?
Because we don't all need to buy, do we? So
that's true.
If we find something we want, we can just pull the money.
Is this the kind of situation where you give all your money to get you the drink?
Yeah.
I'll pay the 20 then.
Okay.
Okay, so a well-maintained portcullis kind of goes in, and you kind of step in, and then out of the shadows, a couple of goblins come up, and they've got kind of like the strange device. It's like a small box with 2 protrusions out, and like electricity, but it's a deep red color, kind of like goes down, and they kind of like bring it up and down you. And anything magic they kind of immediately find, and they kind of like, look at this, look at it, kind of like at the dust that Zerelda found, at the pot that you are kind of carrying. And as soon as they see your barrel, Ode, they're like, oh, gonna have to get that's gonna have to go into safekeeping. Smoke powder, that's dangerous. 20 gold pieces for safekeeping.
Oh, these guys!
Where do
you a
I
receipt.
take a safekeeping?
We'll give you a receipt. King Jareth will keep it in the safe area. I guess you could park it down by the intersection.
20 to store it, but then they're going to charge like 40 to then get it to release it.
But well, they are now.
You assume they're going to release it.
Exactly.
I like how you said like 40.
Yeah.
60's like 40, right?
400's like 40. It's not even got a zero. It's only got a zero added on, and everybody knows if you add a zero on, it's nothing.
think
We've had a message. Joe's instruction was to use Spirit Guard in the chat.
Okay.
I want to see where it's been taken, kept, stored.
Stay with it.
Any money changes hands.
They kind of like look at each other. I'll have to check with King Jareth. Okay, we can do that. Let's go and talk to King Jareth about that. Come on through.
Do we all have to pay 5 gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be 5 gold to get in.
More if you want, yeah.
Well, if we need to do any shopping, we have
give the money to our representative.
Yeah.
To pay the full 20.
That's right. That's how we're going to manage it.
Okay, so you step in to the Goblin Bazaar. This is a massive room, and it is a thing of wonder. It's lit by drift globes that lazily move around the ceiling of the hallway. Around the edge of this room, the main room, where those pillars are, there's a sequence of tents of varying shapes, colours and sizes. Some nest up against each other, others are quite separate. There's a dull hum of activity and there's small conversations, various shouts from one another. There's at least 100 or so figures going about the business. Most of them are humanoid, but not all of them. It feels a little bit like Schoolport, but condensed into what you assume was once a large worship hall. At the very top of the hall on a raised dais, there is a figure gathered there. There's various auction rooms around and such like, and there's all colours and all shapes. If you think about, it's kind of like the fairy market from Stardust, crossed with the bazaar in Waterdeep, crossed with like the Grand Bazaar in Arabia and stuff like that. It's very much that kind of feel. There's a big
going for it.
There's a big fest hall kind of to one side.
Zerelda sitting on a throne.
Yeah, I know. It's like plot twist.
Yeah. There's a kind of like you're escorted along, and kind of people pay some heed to you as you kind of like taken along and up, and you are shown in front of King Jareth, who looks like that.
I can't see him yet.
I was quite close. I was quite close to what is a very quite large TV screen. I see made me jump.
The Goblin King. Yeah.
The Goblin King.
That is brilliant.
The Goblin King. And he sat kind of like on.
We are laughing character like that.
How do I get rid of this monstrosity?
And he sat inside, side on, in the chair with his like legs up, and he's got this crystal ball, kind of like he's just holding it there, and he puts it there, and he says, "It's all about the babe."
Which babe?
Which babe? Yeah.
And
what power?
One of the goblins says, "Hoodoo," and he says, "You do voodoo." What about the babe?
Voodoo the power babe.
I haven't
seen that in so long.
And that took me about 10 minutes. I'm quite impressed with that, actually.
I'm loving it.
And he kind of looks down at you, and he kind of like So what is? And then one of the goblins kind of like comes forward and whispers in his ear. Not a problem. Show him the safe room. Show him the safe room.
Show him to our safe room. That was a terrible David Bowie impression. I thought I could do a better David Bowie impression.
I thought you were trying to be Russian still.
I know, Russian David Bowie.
And he kind of like stands up and says, "Welcome to the Goblin Bazaar. I am King Jareth. This is my domain. Here you will find all kinds of people joined from around the many worlds that make up our planet, and they are joined through trade. There are very few rules. Do not interrupt there's just one rule. Do not.
That is very.
That was an in-joke for people from a previous campaign. I like Kaliel. He's a great guy. And that guy, he broke the rule. And do not interrupt the trade. Always pay the taxes that are due to the goblins. And I am the king here. And you shall all bow before me." And he kind of like sits down, kind of like waves you on. Okay, so as you kind of like let a couple of goblins come up to you, Ode, and they say, "Okay, come on, I'll show you." And they show you basically a very secure room, kind of like with a chest and such like. So there's suppressed for magic and stuff. So money, gold.
Key.
Or a
Okay.
receipt.
Okay. No key. Receipt.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like 40 towers now.
Okay.
Oh. If I make an insight check, I feel like they're going to try and rip me
Make
off.
an insight check into the tower.
Oh, come on. Also,
So
I'm going
Zerelda
to
have
stop
something
pretty
to make
soon.
some visible.
Yes, you can make small objects invisible. Yeah, they seem kind of legit. There's various other things in there. There's also the barrels of smoke powder in there with various labelling on.
I want compensation should anything happen to my barrel and its contents.
If anything happens to the barrel and contents, we're probably all in Kingdom Come. And scribble out a receipt, kind of like hand it across to you.
Right.
In badly written language, it says 1 barrel, smoke powder, 500 units. Ode. I assume you give them your name.
Yeah.
And then a really badly drawn picture. We need a secret passphrase.
He's just looking at his list of secret passphrases.
Yeah. Love. Not that one. Not.
4 strings is best.
Hobnobbin hobgoblins.
They write it down on a sheet of paper and hand it back to you. There you go. Just quote that secret passphrase, and you'll gain access. And that way we'll know it's you.
That was a short-lived barrel of smoke powder.
At that point, took a pistol out, put it to his head.
Oh, all the goblins react to that. They pull their own pistols out.
I assume none of us are anywhere near this.
Crossbows.
Yeah, wherever Ode is, I'm putting myself as far away as possible.
This goblin
Self-killed
Paying
it.
any notice of all the clicks and clacks going on around me. I look at that one goblin there, right in the eyes. If anything happens to that barrel and its contents, son, I'm gonna blow your brains out.
Okay.
Don't need gunpowder to do that.
Yeah. You haven't given me the money yet, though.
And then I put it away with a flourish.
Oh no, you just blew your leg off. Oh,
Yeah, then put the safety back on.
that's how they know you mean business.
If he's crazy enough to do that to himself, what would he do to us?
Can we have 20 gold pieces then, please? Time is some money, friend.
I give him 15.
That's
And if he
not
asks
20.
where's the other 5, the other 5 is your life, son.
No, it's 20 gold pieces. I'm only worth 2.6 copper.
Can I make an intimidation check?
You could try. Yeah, go for it.
So are we in the vicinity?
No, I'm nowhere near this. And if I was, I'm slowly backing away.
We all know Ode too well now.
Oh. I tell you what, I'll put the other 5 in myself.
Oh, that's hard.
Didn't you have a plus 11 on intimidation? I thought you had like a plus 11.
Yeah, you should have higher than that.
I had a look at the thing for it, and you can only double it for ones you're already proficient in.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're not proficient in it. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But I still rolled a fucking 20.
Yeah, it's like,
that'll do.
That's almost an impossible DC.
Okay.
Right.
So
Take out 15 out of.
you made it to the Goblin Bazaar. What do you guys want to do? I'm moving.
What did we actually need to be here for? We had to find a specific goblin, didn't we?
Shivyu, we need to find Shivyu.
I'm just. I've literally got no idea. We haven't actually sat down plans and opportunities or anything yet. So I'm just going with the flow at the minute. I just want to see what's available to buy.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested too. But I'm going to be looking for Shivyu and asking for him as well.
Okay. So you're just going to start wandering around and kind of getting a feel for
Yeah,
the
just
place.
browse.
Okay. So there are around about 20 stalls at the moment, and there's quite a lot of underclass. I think is probably the best description to it. The kind of mixture. There's a very large tent that serves as a bar and a fest hall. And also has kind of like hammocks slung up against the back wall, kind of like there's one there, with some like small ropes that you can clamber up to, and that's about the only accommodation that you can kind of buy here. On the corner of the bar, there's a big, thick, fat, kind of like lizard. I will find a picture of it, and it's just sat kind of like with a glass and a straw. And it just
Jabba the Hutt.
No, it's not as big as that. If you think kind of like
a slat, what are they called? Slat.
No, it's not like that. It's like maybe dog-sized. I'll find a picture and have one for next time. And it's just kind of like sat, and it drinks some, and it's a blep, and its foul stench kind of comes out, and then it just kind of like gets its lizardy claw, and bang, bang, bang. And the barkeep just kind of pours it in. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I think so too. It's been a bad fucking day. I tell you." And this barkeep's like, "I haven't got time for your shit." There's a few of the figures kind of like gathered there. Ode's little altercation over the side has definitely attracted the attention of one of the figures. Oban, you recognise one of there's a lady, middle-aged lady. She is wearing the priestly garb of a cleric of Mielikki, which is primarily green with white flecks, which is the winter ceremonial garb. And she is beside a hawking fat, like if you think like a rugby forward sized guy who has two two-handed swords across his back. The swords look of great fine quality, and he kind of like looks kind of over at Ode and leans into the woman. He himself is really kind of like a grizzled, kind of think like a grey blind blessed kind of like figure. Kind of like nods.
Oh!
And then as you kind of like kind of move around, there's old Bess's trinkets, where there's a measure of like various trinkets and whatnot. There's Jontis equipment, where it's all in kind of pretty much fairly mundane equipment. There's Magda's poisons. There's some goblin artificers who are just kind of like working on various bits and pieces, cogs and guns and such like. Something I'm sure Ode will be interested in. There's another trinket shop, but it's got a better selection of magical items and treasures, and it looks as if it's like a genocide or a fire elemental. There's a couple of salamanders kind of like gathered outside. Then there's various slaves. There's some drow that appear to have some human slaves and chained up. And then there's what looks to be kind of an area cordoned off, but you can hear basically people just grinding out on each other in there. The maitre d' and the madame of the brothel kind of like, go, we could do anything. Do you like tentacles, not tentacles? So on and so forth. There's
Oban's ears peak up.
There's mid-grade food. There's what looks to be a forger, kind of like doing it. There's the lowest of the low. There's a lawyer. For hire. There's a cartographer, kind of like drawing maps. Kind of like lots of the Waterdeep, lots of the sewer system and stuff like that. There's very weird kind of like equipment and goods. There's one individual who looks elven, but almost super elven. Kind of
a ladron.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And he's kind of got various equipment and goods that look out of character as if they're from the Feywild. One of the things that he has is a mirror, quite a big kind of like tall mirror that has various etchings kind of like around the side.
I'm not going near that.
And there's some every so often like writing kind of like just flickers across it in a script that you kind of understand. There's an orc armor.
I know Ode knows Sylvan.
Unfortunately, Ode really doesn't have any connection to anything else. So until such time as Diego phones up to say, "Oh, by the way, can you check that out?" There's an orc armourer who's selling reasonably good quality armour. It's really savage in the way in which it's structured, but you're looking at it and you're kind of thinking, "Oh, it's not too bad." There's a genie selling items what it claims to be from the elemental plane of fire, and then there's various curios and items that you've never ever seen before, and that's sold by a kind of like squat little girl with like curled hair. When you look at her eyes just change colour all the time, not like in reflection to the light, but they're just like cycling continually moving through solid colours. Very strange. And there are people moving around and about, and a lot of denizens of Waterdeep and such like. And as you kind of like looking, you come across then Shivu's Test of Bravery. Apart from Shivu is spelled Shivu, Shivu, and there is a weird looking kind of like goblin, though it's really quite slightly disconcerting to look at. That's what that little goblin creature looks like. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
So, just for the purpose of the stream. And what it is kind of like doing is it's got a really sharp stiletto knife. And it's going and the idea is that you kind of put your hand on the table and it's how much can you bear, and you put a wager on, and she kind of like just looks at you in the eye, and then the more that you put in, the faster that she goes. And then it's like a blur, and the kind of creature's like, oh, and they pull the fingers away, and she pockets the money.
5-finger fillet.
Yeah.
But there's like lots of people moving around and kind of like trade happening, and coins and smells and so on. The drift globes are starting to change colour a little bit. They're starting to darken down a bit from the kind of bright intense of the midday. It's kind of like moving down a little. Shadows are starting to lengthen. There are other rooms and corridors kind of moving off, but you kind of don't know quite what the crack is. And the patrols of goblins kind of like moving around, but it doesn't feel like there's much need to keep masses of order at the moment. Other than food, of course.
Ode causing trouble.
There's
You
the
said there
surprise.
was a. You said
Odin
it was,
authority.
you said it was a priestess of Mielikki, or
Yes, that's correct. Excuse me. Or at least a person wearing the ceremonial garb of a priestess of Mielikki.
can I go and speak to them?
Yeah, of course.
Guessing I don't recognise them at all.
Make a history check. No, make a religion check. Religion check, sorry.
It is Mielikki.
Huh? Is that what it's pronounced?
It turns out it's a very
is
good
it?
fake.
Yeah, okay. So you think it could be Tamalis and Dalanoth, who are well-renowned, kind of like adventuring husband and wife of the Church of Mielikki. Dalanoth is a ranger, Mielikki is a cleric, Tamalis is a cleric, and they have been renowned for travelling the length and breadth of Faerun, and fighting the good fight and spreading the word of Mielikki. So they're kind of like, you know, A-class celebrities in the church. You know, Dalanoth is renowned to be this big, kind of like robust character who fights two-handed with two bastard swords, one of which is a sunblade and one of which is another magical weapon, and kind of got entangled with his entire team, and is supposed to be quite senior in the Harpers. Tamalis as well is his wife, and is the kind of spiritual part of the duo, really.
Oh, so Odin would probably know of one of these two.
Yeah, you would probably know of at least Dalanoth by reputation.
Yeah.
I'd like to approach
This is
them.
happening when you're kind of like threatening goblins.
Yeah.
I'd like to approach them, ideally, while everyone else is kind of distracted elsewhere,
Yeah.
shopping, browsing.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Righteous.
Yeah, just step forward.
Harper pricks. And that's Ode's. That's in character.
Yeah, okay, Evan, you kind of step forward there, just lounging a little.
Greetings. My name is Oban. I am Paladin of Mielikki.
May the wind softly move through the boughs. It is good to meet you, Tamalis says. And she kind of places her hand upon you, and you feel just this fresh breeze kind of like come across you, like as if it's just come off some snow-capped mountains.
What, may I ask, what's bringing you down to this dreadful place?
There is no nature here, you are right, and the vista is so cramped. But if you do not mind, let me just sense a little. And she kind of like holds herself. Yes, the beating heart of those who follow the unicorn. We are here, and she kind of looks across to Dalanoth, and he nods. We're here to find aid. Do you know of the Harpers?
I know the name. It is a spy organization, yes?
Yes. Their goals are typically aligned to the church's goals also. But there is, we fear, a corruption at the heart of the Harpers. We are here to try to find a little more information on that corruption. And kind of Dalanoth leans over, and I have a debt to repay also. An apology to make. Ah, yes, you are open, Tamalis says. Lady Falcon said that you had been sent here. So Lady Falcon is almost like an avatar in Mielikki, and she resides in Waterdeep. You will have visited her in her kind of villa, and she kind of embodies a little bit of Mielikki's presence on the material plane. And I think that you were sent to work with an adventuring company, and in that adventuring company there is a fellow known as Ode.
Yes, I know him.
Is he with you?
He is somewhere. I have lost him.
You look over and you see him pointing a gun at a goblin. You're like, I'll find him. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, just in the background, you can hear like, "I will shoot you."
Dalon says, "I'll tell you what. I'll go and walk," and he kind of like wanders off. So it's strange to meet one such as you, a paladin of Mielikki.
I am here for two reasons. I am looking for someone.
Yes.
A follower of Mielikki, like you and I.
Yes. I have heard the tales. I've heard the wind speak of this search. And one of the reasons why we are here is to perhaps see if we can also aid you in this search.
Do you know if she has passed through here?
We do. She has. She was part of a group that headed further into Undermountain.
How long ago?
2, maybe 3 months.
Okay. The group she was with, do you know them?
We think that she was perhaps coerced in some way to join them.
That makes sense. It's the only reason I would imagine she would come somewhere like this. It is not like her.
We know that the group was led by a creature from beyond the stars, and that they were searching for something of great value within Undermountain. We do not know whether it was a magical compulsion or whether they physically threatened her or whatever it was. But the goddess has spoken a little of this.
I have to find her.
The goddess said that were we to meet, I was to vest this with you. And she hands you an oversized unicorn. An oversized unicorn. An oversized acorn. So it's shaped like an acorn, but it's about the size of a large pine cone. This contains some of the essence of the goddess. And if used correctly, and I can instruct you with this, though the lesson may take some time, it will help you locate your lover.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how long we will be here. These people, they move so quickly. I don't understand their actions, but I follow.
Yes, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And for the rest of your life, I'm sure that you'll be reunited. What happens, essentially, is that as you pray in the morning to the goddess, this creates a channel through which the goddess can assess the areas around her. If you are getting closer, then the pine cone will open. If you're going further away, then the pine cone will close. So it's not a quick process. It won't matter whether she moves 100 yards, 200 yards. It takes time, and it is only at the morning that you will be able to do this when you pray to the goddess.
I will pray every day, twice, if needs be.
In the morning and in the second morning. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Well, he doesn't know when morning is.
There is no morning here. But I will pray as much as needed to find her.
Yeah, just count it off the dark vision. It's like 3 dark visions, and you're there.
2 dark visions and a long rest.
Yeah.
When the wizard bumps into things, I pray.
There are other properties that this acorn possesses. It is a holy artifact to the church. But these are for the goddess herself to reveal to you.
I cannot find the words to thank you for this. This is everything to me.
You have been a light within the church. Your actions have guided others and have provided direction and saviour to those who have been less fortunate. You have brought the wonder of the natural world into this urban environment and down into the darkness below. You are repaying the faith that Mielikki has placed in you as much as you have placed faith in her.
This place is testing. It is not an easy place to be.
And you're entering through the autumn of the year into the winter of your years. But there will be a spring, and then there will be a summer, for the seasons turn. And you will arrive at those that will benefit you the most soon enough.
I understand. I shall pray. I shall continue to travel, and hopefully our paths will cross again.
I'm certain that they will do so. Now, let me see where my husband has got to. Ode, you've just kind of like de-escalated the situation. Giant of a man, kind of rugby, prop forward, towers over you, broader than you, 2 huge swords, has scratch marks kind of like down the side of his face, deep scars there. He kind of stops in front of you, just crosses his arms, looks down at you and says, "You're Ode, aren't you?"
Who's asking?
Dalanoth. I see you recognise the name.
There's a faraway, like, twitch in Ode's eye.
There's no twitch in Jaeger's eyes on account of him being stoned at this moment in time. In fact, it should have been in Halasta's little...
it should have been, yeah.
Missed a trick there.
There's a twitch in Ode's...
I was the Master Harper with the responsibility to retrieve you from that pit. I didn't do that.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't put a bullet in you.
Well, I was in the pit too. And he kind of pulls up his sleeve and he shows you these scar marks. Each day I had to scar myself to keep myself from succumbing to the temptation of that the Baneites were putting in front of me, and it's just crisscrossed with scars. The pain was all that I could keep going. I was supposed to be trying to rescue you, Ode, but I myself was captured and detained. There's a corruption in the Harpers, and it needs to have people like you to weed it out. We need to make it back to what it should be, not what it is now. Then he gets a glass of wine.
No.
10 long years I was a slave to the Zed dogs. And the way I see it, Harpers ain't no better. I spit at her and I spit in his face.
Fair enough. I'd have done the same. But it wasn't the Harpers that left you there. There's something else. Something that's taken control of the upper echelons. It's only when the common people like us rise up and push them out that we'll be good again.
It's just a dance. It's all it is a dance of who can have the upper hand. I ain't dancing that dance no more.
Okay, Ode. I understand. I understand.
I got my own problems to deal with. It's like surviving.
I think the biggest problem that you've got to deal with, Ode, is the anger that built up in those 10 years. I was able to find my wife again, and I was able to find faith, and I have a driving purpose to wipe out those fuckers that fucked me over and everything that I stand for. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make sure that when I've done that, it can never, ever happen again. If you don't want a piece of that, I can understand your reasons. I'm not going to hold it against you. I'll tell you, my door is always going to be open. You can talk to the little lizard on the bar. He'll know the way. I think that there's something down in Undermountain that's got some influence. I think you're going into Undermountain. And if you're not going into Undermountain, there's stuff in Waterdeep as well. But I'll leave it with you, because sometimes the anger gets the better of us, and sometimes the rage is all that we can see. And besides that, sometimes you dance just because you want to dance. Other times you dance because you want to achieve something. He kind of backs away.
One last thing.
He turns.
Piss off.
He comes straight back at you. Fair enough. Just remember, I can see the anger in you, and you need to work that through. There's a 7-step program. And between the harpers can help you, the real harper. Just remember that. He kind of turns. Wanders off.
I've spent 10 long years waiting for help. I have no reason to help you. Now get.
It's gone.
What were those two people's names?
Taymalis and Dalinoth.
Tim Alice.
Taymalis, and Dalinoth is Dallanoth.
So to spell it one last time, I can actually type it.
I can do angry characters very well.
Well, the worst thing is you look like you've just come out of jail for 10 years. Taymalis.
Yeah.
Just for example, Martin, do you remember when the I don't know if you were there for that. Do you remember when the abbot almost got ripped off? They went fucking ape shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dalinoth is Dallanoth.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So Aldred, so you're there with Shiv, who kind of like looks up.
I would have liked Fenn to come with me. Can I ask for that?
Yeah. Who are you going to see?
Shiv
Shiv.
or Shiv.
Oh, the goblin.
Shiv you.
Yeah. I sensed there was a theme to
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll walk in.
Yeah. She kind of like looks up at you. You want to go?
No. Delicate instruments.
Okay. Do you want to go? She looks at you, Fenn.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
So I look around. Is there many other patrons?
No, they're kind of like the group is just headed off.
Cool. I'll be like, so I've got business here involving important individuals.
Okay.
I'm here on behalf of Sangalore, and I'm here on behalf of the Blackstaffs.
She kind of like takes a little look around, kind of like goes forward, kind of closes the curtains on the tent, kind of steps back. Okay. What's your name?
Name's Aldred.
Okay. Eltorchul.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, she kind of like, and you?
Fenn.
Okay. Goes back, like has a little look in some stuff, pulls out a scroll tube, hands it across to you, Aldred.
Oh, okay. Is there something in it?
I don't know. Open it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. I'll check it.
Yeah, and then kind of like scroll kind of comes down. This scroll will self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Oh,
That comes down.
Good job you put away that black powder.
Yeah. Message from the Blackstaff. if you have, if you are reading this, then you have reached Ivy. She will be able to sort connections back up to Waterdeep. Good work. Would be very interested to understand the layout in Skullport. Signed, Blackstaff. There you go.
Okay, I'll have to get on that then. I will prepare a message for her. In regards to Sangalore, it was a simple order of now I can't actually remember
Nutmeg.
out of character. Nutmeg. I thought it was a spice that you used when you're.
Oh,
Was that what you
you're
said
here for
for the tea?
nutmeg. Oh, I'm glad because that's been creating a bloody problem for me. I'll
Why?
go and get the nutmeg.
What does he use it for?
I don't know.
Old wine.
She kind of like heads out back and then comes back carrying almost a fully grown displacer beast. This is nutmeg. She's been ripping up my carpet. Something bad. You kind of like go to grab her and realise just a couple of feet that side.
Curtains are ruined.
Yeah, kind of things coming out of her shoulders. She's like, not older than a kitten, not quite a cat. Got a collar around her.
Hold on, he ordered a displacer beast.
This is nutmeg. This is the one I've been holding for Sangalore.
Do we have to deliver this?
Yeah, we have to.
What?
This is in character.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to leave it there actually at 1:45
Yeah.
I thought you were joking when you said
Oh no! I knew that this was not going to be nutmeg. You thought he was actually going to send you spice.
Oh no, I was thinking like surely there's some sort of.
Yeah. Like nutmeg's really rare in Fairy.
Nutmeg's incredibly rare. You don't get me a displacer beast to the pound.
Oh my.
It had to be something.
Wait, do we have to get that out of school pot?
Yes, we have to get it back to.
What did the letter say as well? They want a map of skull pot.
I'm gonna have to relay just general bits of information to the Blackstaffs about Skullport.
The key takeout is that Shivyu can gain access back to Waterdeep.
Oh, we need to find it. Okay.
Yeah, so essentially from the Goblin Bazaar, and you'll find we'll expand this out a little bit next session, I guess. You'll find that there's ways from there back into Waterdeep, so you could move back into Waterdeep and do some stuff there, then come back into Undermountain through that. So it's kind of like an entryway. So in this version of Undermountain, the Uranian portal is the only way in or out.
So we need to find some routes.
Yeah, but basically, Shivyu will be able to kind of get you back into Waterdeep because in previous editions of Undermountain, you've been able to have many more entrances, and I prefer that because I think it kind of creates more interesting opportunities for fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so well done. You made it to the Goblin Market. You've only been trying for 7 sessions.
Awesome.
And none of us are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got one casualty by the plot.
Yeah.
So we've got a month now to think what we want to do in the market.
Yeah. So what do we want to? When do we want to kind of play next?
Yeah. When we do dates wise.
For Fridays, I'm just good whenever. I can always keep Fridays free.
I can do the 8th or the
15th.
8th or the 22nd. I can do for Fridays in November.
Yeah, the 8th would be better for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do the 8th.
Cool.
I can't think of anything that would come up that would possibly be a problem for the 8th. That seems fine.
Okay, cool, excellent. So I hope you guys enjoyed that session.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Dungeon delve in, a small amount of bear owl combat with canonical sound effects. But a little bit of world building and kind of like story and such like.
Character development.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. It's good. So I don't know if we had any viewers, but if we did have viewers, I hope you enjoyed it. If we have viewers now, I hope you're enjoying it. And if you watch this on YouTube, that'd be good. That'd be good. And we're going to play on the 8th of November. We'll start off in the bazaar and we'll chat with Messenger to kind of work out what you guys want to do, whether you want to head up into Waterdeep, experience some stuff and some stories there, or a little bit into Undermountain, or how you want to play it. But it was fun, and I'm hoping that the stream's been all good with the recording on the new monitor and stuff. Okay, cool.
You have to record all the audio.
Yes, we got
Yeah.
all the audio. Yeah, I hope. Cool. All right, thank you, and good night.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so that's the stream stopped.